Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. So Shabaz Masoud moves to 12 wins, no defeats, no draws with 4 KOs. He outpoints Jose Sanmartin, a split decision win over 10. He retains his WBA Intercontinental thing, Super-bantamweights we're talking here. Look, it was a split decision. One guy had it 98-92 for Shabaz. I don't know what he's watching. I had it 95-95, a draw. After 7 rounds, I had Masoud, 5-2 up. And I gave Sanmartin the last 3 rounds for a draw. One of the judges had Sanmartin winning 96-94, and the other one, the third one, gave it to Masoud by the same score. So he got out of jail because it wasn't a good performance. And in the post-fight interview with Masoud himself, with Ben Davison, his trainer, and with Eddie Hearn, they were all saying, it's just not good enough. I'm meant to be world class. Now look, I think they're being a bit hard on the guy. He's 27 years old, so he's coming into his prime. But that was only his 12th pro fight. And okay, if you win one of those silly alphabet soup belts, you're supposed to be a world class fighter. But if you look at his record, he won that title off Jack Bateson with a 12th round KO. And that was, Bateson at the time was undefeated. Like I say, that was a 12th round, a 12 rounder. I don't know why this one was a 10 rounder if it's for the belt. But anyway, apart from that, if you look at his record, he hasn't fought that many. Well, he hasn't really fought anyone. I mean, only four or five fights ago, he was fighting Louis Norman, former English champ, who's now gone down the journeyman route. Are they rushing him too much? And by the way, it wasn't like he did anything really badly. I mean, they were very, very critical. Hearn and Davison were. But I don't know, I just get the impression they try to jump forward too quickly. I know Davison likes to do that with his fighters, and I know Hearn has said that he wants to see, anyone in the Matchroom stable fighting proper opponents, no little runarounds. Okay, fair enough, but this was a Next Gen show. He was headlining a Next Gen show, and I wonder if they're forcing Shabaz Masoud along a bit too quickly. Maybe a step back is needed. Now, as far as Jose Sanmartin is concerned, this is a tough guy. 31 years old compared to 27 for Shabaz. He came in with 34 wins, 21 KOs, and 7 defeats. He's been stopped twice, and he's got a draw on a record as well. And he lost 2 of his last 3, but he lost in 3 rounds to Maurizio Lara, which was an absolute shootout. Fantastic fight. Go and find it on YouTube. And he actually hurt Lara to the body quite badly about a minute before he got stopped, before he got knocked flat, and he did get knocked flat. His last fight was against Kevin Gonzalez, undefeated guy, 25-0-1. That was a unanimous 10-round decision loss, quite a wide one. So he's really kind of a world gatekeeper type. And he's got a swarming style. I mean, from the word go, he was moving forward. The first 2-3 rounds, no problem for Shabaz. He was just outboxing, nice little side steps. Was backing off a little bit too much in straight lines, which Ben Davison commented on. Leaving his head up a little bit. That was in the first round, maybe first round, I think it was. But he wasn't really firing enough punches. Now, 3 weeks ago, Shabaz I think he had COVID, or there was some illness. And it was cancelled. So then he had to rehydrate, come back down to the weight and all the rest of it. But that was only 3 weeks ago. And also he's been out of the ring for a year. So there is that to consider as well. And the fact that he never at any point seemed that intimidated or that out of sorts against an experienced, let's call him a world level gatekeeper in Jose Sanmartin. He didn't look damaged. He didn't look bad. He didn't look. At no point was he buzzed or ragged or anything. He spent too much time on the ropes, Masoud. Sanmartin was throwing an awful lot of overhand hooks, overhand rights and lefts. Was banging the body a bit. And the sharper, shall we say, more well-schooled punches were coming from Masoud. But there's no doubt he was being outworked. No doubt at all that Sanmartin in some of those rounds was definitely outworking him. Again, too much time on the ropes. Sanmartin was coming in and maybe smothering his own work a bit, not landing with all of his punches. Masoud was firing some nice little punches on the inside, not enough of them. On the occasions when he did keep it at range, he was winning the fight, he was winning those exchanges. But this was a close fight, and it was a case of what do you like? Do you like the sharper, well-schooled stuff, better schooled stuff from Masoud, or do you like Sanmartin's industry, output, the fact that he was constantly forcing the fight? Like I say, I gave him the last 3 rounds. At the end of it, I mean, at no point was either guy buzzed at all. It was one of those, tough fights where the two very contrasting styles came together. It was an entertaining fight, not a classic, but pretty good. And you've got to decide, what do you like? What do you like? Now 2 of the judges liked Masoud's work. I had it a draw, and one guy gave it to Sanmartin. But you got to work out. Go and watch this. It's on DAZN. See what you think. I thought they were a bit harsh on Masoud. I thought he edged a very good, fringe contender, shall we say. He edged him out, which was, I think, it's good learning experience, really great learning experience. 10 rounds in the bag. And again, this was a next-gen show. Masoud, are they expecting him to be the finished article? I don't get it. Anyway, you give me your opinions, leave your comments below. Thanks for your time as always. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the like button as well, and spread the word if you don't mind about Joe Stunner Boxing. I'd really appreciate that. And yeah, thanks a lot. Bye for now.